And in honor of Dante Hall, we are live on the X.
Thought that was an ode to Brian Dawkins. That's my mistake.
Oh, that is Weapon X. I can see where you get confused.
Sorry, dude. X is about to be a payment platform.
Classic mix up, yeah.
Hobby fraud is going to be very easy to control in the near future.
Allegedly.
Yeah, no, it was heavy sarcasm. \S.
The dentists do be changing if we're supposed to work or not. That's facts.
All right, Instagram, TikTok are up.
Oh, you're gonna see it very, very shortly. Um. All right, real quick before we get into the show, we're gonna give everybody a few minutes. But while we wait, talk a little bit about what we got going on for this week. Um, as always, Tuesday is the Shake and Break show. If we can close any breaks during the Shake and Break show, we will rip them directly following the show. If not, we're just gonna do a little sign off after the show, talk about what we have coming up, and then call it a night. That being said, Star Wars High Tech case. We're down to 12 spots. I find your lack of faith disturbing. Guys, I am the Star Wars Whisperer. I am the chosen one. I'm trying to make it happen, guys. Um, aside from that, we're down to 11 in hockey. 7 in Mosaic No Huddle Random Divs. 7 in Marvel. And that's those are the ones that are close that can go tonight. You'll also see up in the store we have Pokemon packs. That's going to be for Friday night's stream. For those of you who may not be into it, it's actually the perfect stream for you. I myself am learning Pokemon. I've been doing, some reading, watching some videos, and Cowtown Collect is an avid Pokemon expert. So he is going to guide us on our journey through Pokemon. So make sure y'all come check that out. You'll learn a lot. We'll be talking about all the different rarities, the different arts, talking about what to look for, and of course the chases in the 2 products that we have, which is Stellar Crown booster box packs and Surging Sparks booster box packs. So it's going to be a good time. Looking forward to that. Thursday night.
On our Poke Sherpa. Let's ride.
Poke Sherpa. I like it.
Pokemon.
Poke Sherp. I like it. Thursday night, we'll have our usual Thursday night show. That Mosaic PYT, it's a Mosaic hobby, Mosaic choice, and a Mosaic cello box is juicy. And the low end teams are really affordable. A lot of chances to get some hits. You guys know Panini. There's going to be some sneaky vet autos on some of them cheaper teams. This is the way I live. So yeah, that's what we have coming up, and then Saturday night to close it all out, the No Flow Night Show.
Pokemon, try to beat Pokemon.
All right, y'all. Well, let's get into this week's episode of the Shake and Break Show. Thank you guys for joining, and we hope you enjoy. What up? What up? What up? It is the Shake and Break Show, episode 72.
72. Let's ride.
All right.
So proud of you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Episode 72. Happy to be here with my esteemed co-host,
Cohort. The Enzoid.
friend, pal.
Stop.
The God Enzo. What up?
Let's ride.
All right. As always, before we get into it, got to start with the Papa question of the week. And the Papa question of the week is: if you had 12 hours
Okay. 12 hours.
12 hours to create something new out of the stuff inside of your house, where the new thing is worth more than the parts, what would it be?
That's a tough one.
I gotta try to keep you guessing, dude.
Yeah, I mean, 12 hours with the stuff inside of my home. I'm not exactly the most crafty individual. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. You know me, man.
I actually
not a
know,
creative cat.
I actually know your answer.
What's my answer?
You could definitely like take apart your computer, Lucas's computer, and like make like a gaming station of some sort.
That's true. Yeah, that's
with-
actually what I was gonna say.
I think in 12 hours you could figure out something like unique
That's true.
in that
All
regard.
right, that's what I'm gonna go with. That's what I was gonna say. Actually,
Yeah, you're welcome.
something computer based.
That's because you are computer based.
I got some spare parts laying around. I could whip together. I could whip together a PlayStation 5 killer in no time.
That's what I'm saying. You can make something glitchy.
Custom like CPU cooler.
Yeah, that's
be overclocking with antifreeze. Yeah, no, that's a good answer. Good job. Good work, Pop.
Thank you. I am after all the idea guy. It's kind of what I do.
Yeah, it says
execution. But ideas. Yeah, ideas, bro. I got it.
All right, what about you? What are you making?
So easy layup. I have an old Xbox just sitting here.
Okay.
And I think I could turn it into an emulator machine.
Nice.
Mod it up, and
you got like is it an Xbox One?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I could do it. That being said, the one that's kind of a loophole, the hustler in me tells me I can make plates. So like,
oh yeah,
I can go into my fridge, freezer, and like make the ingredients cost more than what they cost me, which was part of the.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So that again, that's kind of like a cheating answer. But I'll go with the emulator.
I like the emulator. That's It's a good idea.
We'll
Load it up with like 500 games.
yeah.
Sell it to somebody for, $200, $150, worth more than an Xbox One,
Exactly. That's my thought. That was my thought. All right. Thank you guys for putting up with us. Enzo, were there any good comments in chat? Because I actually didn't have my chat up at this time.
Doogie said hours economy. Drew said WTF, laughing face, laughing face, laughing face, laughing face.
Fair.
Gloms mentioned creating some sort of smoking apparati.
See, Gloms, now if you made it creative enough, it could be worth more than the parts.
It's true.
I think you could do that.
You guys should see what I can do with a 2-liter bottle and a lug nut.
You guys get me a carrot and a screwdriver and let me cook.
Maybe a pen cap, some aluminum foil, and an apple. That's all I need.
Oh, man. All right. So I think the elephant in the room, if you guys have seen me or Enzo or both of us, we both have commented on stuff in regards to the Paul Skeens 1 of 1. Enzo, going to give a little background?
Yeah, so we talked about it last week, but the Paul Skeens debut patch, 1 of 1. For those who don't know, those are redemptions. They are 1 of 1s that have a patch that the player actually wore during their MLB debut, and as such, they are very highly sought after cards. They're on-card autograph. So Paul Skeens is obviously the hottest rookie in baseball from this past year, the 2024 rookie class. And so, everybody was wondering, where's the Paul Skeens? We talked a little bit about the Pirates and how they offered like this insane package. And we actually discussed that on last week's episode, whether or not we would take it. Also, taking their package is crazy.
I said it under my breath.
That's nuts. But so, yeah, this 11-year-old kid from LA hit it. And so this week it got kind of interesting because one, the card popped up at PSA. They graded it a 10. Shocker. It went through PSA walkthrough in the matter of days, which, a lot of people were suspicious about that, but that service does exist. Like you can actually walk a card into PSA and leave it at the same day if you pay enough money. And then right after it was graded a 10, Topps announced that the card was going to be auctioned on Fanatics Collect, which is their platform that they own. So it really, in my mind, it wasn't suspicious to this point, right? Like it's like, okay, the kid pulls it, again, he probably talked to his hobby shop owner who gave him good advice and was like, yo, you need to get this graded. And if he lives in LA, maybe his parents aren't hurting for cash or whatever. PSA is in California, so it's not like they had to fly. So it all seems very plausible to me, right? You could say that Topps probably reached out to them because they did, it was redemption, and kind of coordinated with them because it is the biggest pull of the year. And nothing's crazy yet, right? But then out of nowhere, Topps tweets out a picture of this kid's like journal entry from the day he pulled the card. That is when everybody was like, all right, this seems rigged.
Send it to me on Twitter if you have it pulled up.
Yeah, I can find it in a second here. They tweeted it out, but I'll send you some other guy tweeted it.
Yeah, same picture. I can put it on screen for a sec.
But yeah, so they just said, it was January 24th, which was literally so the 23rd is when PSA tweeted it out that it was graded a 10. They posted that video. 24th is when they Fanatics Collect tweeted out that the collector decided to sell it. And then the 24th was also when they posted the journal entry. And a lot of people were very suspicious of this. I won't get into the specifics of the journal entry, but I would tell you it does read kind of strange. But again, I mean, it's an 11-year-old.
Oh yeah, no, he's bugged out, bro.
But it's very like it's almost too good of writing for an 11-year-old, in my opinion. Now it is handwritten, or so it appears, but you know, Grok exists, so who knows? It all happened so fast, right? It almost seems like it was a staged event,
Bro,
and I think
this 11-year-old said it was November 13th, 2024, and Topps had released 2024 Chrome Update. Okay, that's perfect. That's exactly how an 11-year-old would say that, right? It was $200, which was a lot, but considering the players and rookies, it was fair.
Oh yeah, see that's where it all started. That's where it all started, right? And it just gets worse. You guys definitely got to go read it. Just go to Topps X account, and you can find it if you want to read it in entirety. They underlined a few sections, and I'll say them here on our podcast episode. So the first one underlined: I started begging my mom for it for Christmas. Next underlined sentence: since they are awesome, they got the box. The first present we opened was the hobby box. On the second pack, I got the Paul Skeens redemption card. So, go give it a read. Let us know what you think. I mean, it just happened so fast. And then Ken Golden tweets out, right? Because he was butthurt that he didn't get the opportunity to list this on Golden. For anybody that doesn't know, Ken Golden, if you hit a big card, they will reach out to you and try to get you to auction it with them. They'll go as far as to give you the full price for big enough cards. They might not even for that card. I doubt they were even going to charge him, right? Like it was going to be an anchor for the way they do their auctions is they have auction events. And so they'll typically have like one or two big cards or big items that are like anchors so they can promote it that way. So like think of like when Karl Malone did the autographed Olympics basketball jerseys. So those were like anchors for that auction. But he had tweeted out that he was never contacted about the card. And he states basically what he said is that the company that redeemed the card also owns their own auction platform. And thus they were able to make a play before any contact info was revealed. So basically he's saying that it's an unfair playing field because they, being the company that did the redemption, obviously know who the collector was before anybody else could. So my question for you is, what's your take, Pop? You're like me, we lean a little heavy on the conspiracy sometimes. I love a good conspiracy theory. What do you think about this? You think this is legitimate? Do you think it's staged? And if it's staged, why?
All right.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So, is it staged?
Sultan,
guys,
hear me out.
Just hear me out here. All right, so, it's incredibly suspicious. All right. It honestly, even the note could be legit, right?
Yeah.
I think the issue that I have is like down to the core of what if it's not?
Yeah.
What if that card never went into a pack? What if they jacked up box prices?
Mm-hmm.
They advertise the hell out of this. They get the Pirates, who are partners with Fanatics, because the whole MLB is, right, to hype it up. And then it sells through the roof for 3 months. Resale goes crazy. And then
it happens. And there's the hit, and it gets redeemed, it gets sent to PSA, and then it goes to Fanatics Collect.
Yeah, so I think for me it was. I mean, he said it was November when he. Oh, that's when he said the Topps Chrome update released, which is still that's a very weird way to start that whole thing. Somebody posted on IG. I don't know the account because it's somebody tweeted it out without crediting them. But basically they're saying that there's no picture of the kid. I don't take offense to, or not offense to that, but I don't find that suspicious at all because like.
I wouldn't want my 11-year-old's picture everywhere.
Yeah, plastered all over the internet. There's no picture of the redemption itself. There was no self-promoting post from the card shop. Like usually when a big card gets pulled, you'll at least like get a picture of the card in the shop, like on their mat. So that was kind of strange. The Topps posted that the kid only opened a single box to pull the card. So they have this, but they don't have like any photos or anything. There's a couple of things where it's just slightly off. But I mean, for me, the big thing is there was no promoting from the hobby shop. Like any hobby shop that pulls that card is like, yo, we need it. It's like when you walk into the gas station, they have like winning lotto tickets.
Exactly.
You have to be like, oh, like look what was pulled at my hobby shop.
Yeah. Like guys, like imagine that Facebook ad or that Instagram ad where it's hitting 100-mile radius, and it's like, you guys are crazy for not stopping at this hobby shop. You're in the hobby and you don't come here. Look what we just pulled. And like the fact that there's none of that, it's very strange.
Again, it could be legitimate. I mean, like I myself am one of those people, like I don't take a lot of photos. I don't post a lot of photos on the internet of myself, which is funny because I do this every week, but it's our little secret. So like, there's part of me that's like, okay, this could very well just be like a big coincidence and everything. But I don't know. It just feels like there should be more to this. Like, what if he pulled it like 2 months ago and they just absolutely deleted all the evidence of it and we're like, yo, you can't make it known.
Yep.
Until we sell more boxes. That's conspiracy theorist Enzo there. But, you could imagine what it'd be like.
Right? I think the tough part, and it's the same way I felt when Topps started getting all the licenses. It's like, on paper, they can do it right. Like on paper, Fanatics having their own auction house, it can be done right. The issue is the jump that has to be made mentally to say like this is bullshit is like, it's not a big leap. And like, so that's the thing. It's just like it needs to be like 1,000% above board to where people are like, oh no, this is legit. But unfortunately, just due to general privacy, like that's tough to do.
Yeah.
But I think Golden actually makes a really good point, and I don't say that often.
Oh wow! He might get canceled with that one.
They basically they could have done whatever they wanted at that point. So like once you redeem it, they could drag it out as long as they want or be as quick as they want. First thing. Second thing, that gives them the opportunity to say, well, this is going to be 3 weeks. Now we have 3 full weeks to convince them to put it on Fanatics. And they can start with, hey, instead of charging a 5% fee, we're going to charge you a 1% fee. And then being like, hey, we'll promote the heck out of this. And then week 2, it's like, hey, we'll do this. And then week 3, they're like, break out the big guns. And they're like, we'll guarantee this. And it's like, all right, fine, dude, just take it.
Yeah, I think interesting enough, everybody seemed pretty happy when they found out it was pulled by an 11-year-old, not a breaker. Because there's a lot of anti-breaker sentiment going on in the hobby these days. We'll get into that a little later, but so it's funny because that sentiment switched.
Absolutely.
after the PSA and then the Fanatics Collect thing. It all happened so quick that like
It's interesting how like having a breaker in between actually makes it feel more legit.
yeah.
Like
I mean, yeah,
that
just
it's
video
it's
proof.
not bullshit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean it's Willy and the Wonka, or
Yeah.
Willy Wonka vibes,
Big Willie style. Is that what you're going with?
No.
Yeah, no. It
Like the golden ticket, Grandpa bought a chocolate bar. There was no Skeens would have won in that chocolate bar, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Let us know what you guys think in chat. You think it's legit or not? I'm still kind of undecided on it, but I could definitely see it either way. So
Yeah, it's interesting. So I'm pretty sure we're in agreement on this next topic. But Barry Bonds signing for Topps again is doing a dual 1-of-1 auto with a ton.
yeah, dog.
Thoughts?
I love that. I love it. I love it. I love Barry Bonds. Put him in the Hall of Fame.
So that's actually why I hate it. Because again, I mentioned earlier, like for better or for worse, these leagues are in bed with Fanatics. And I'm assuming Barry Bonds is like gonna get the money from doing this, from doing the signings. But it just feels weird that like Topps is gonna promote it as like a really cool thing, which I think it is. But
yeah.
then he's still like blackballed from baseball is just a weird. I don't know.
Yeah, no. I want a Bonds auto for sure. Bonds is one of my favorite players growing up, as he was for a lot of people in chat right
And
now.
then they got Bonds and
Listening.
Ohtani. So you got a cheater and a gambler on one card. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Hey, bro, here's the deal. I'd love to see Ohtani on the mound versus a fully roided up Bonds. I'm talking like fuck D-ball, Trent. I want the whole kit.
So someone in
want
chat
everything
said
possible.
McGuire still signs, doesn't he? But correct me if
Yes.
I'm wrong. I feel like McGuire is less blackballed than Barry Bonds. I feel like people have forgiven Mark McGuire.
I don't know if they've forgiven him so much as they just don't talk about him as much because Bonds broke the record.
Yeah.
So like he doesn't have the same target.
Yeah, I think part of it too is
Jose Canseco is the one that really they made an example of Jose.
Yeah, no, they railroaded him for sure. But he was also a crazy person, and steroids didn't help him in that regard.
Hey, I was at the game when he hit the top of the trop. He hit a ball so high up and he hit the top of the Tropicana field. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, generally a fan of it. I don't hate it at all.
No,
I hate the set that it comes in. But
what set is it coming in?
The 3 times MVP set, bro. Duh.
Is that next week's promo?
No, I think it's like an actual box.
Oh yeah, no. I'm referring to all of these bullshit products as promos now, thanks to Ivan.
Yeah, it's true. It's basically another Ohtani set.
Yeah.
It's literally called Welcome to the Club 3X.
This week's promo is the boomer cards. That's this week's promo.
Oh boy. Speaking of promos, bro, how about Juju Watkins being in Top Series 1?
What are we doing? Why are we doing this? I don't get it.
What is going on?
I just don't get it. I don't know what.
Nothing against Juju Watkins. She's a great basketball player, but like again, they did this last year with they did it with Wemby and Stroud, and it was like, all right, well, yeah, we get it. You got your exclusive license. But now they're doing it with the college kids too. So now we're gonna see Cooper. I'm surprised Cooper Flag didn't make the cut. You know what I mean?
See, someone in chat said they're trying to draw on female collectors. My only argument to that is that there's sets of female cards where all of them are female, including the autos.
Yeah.
That, match their sport. I don't understand. It's baseball. Why am I old man yelling at the cloud on
where it's missed? I know. Best U basketball is a mix. It's a mix of women and men's college basketball. It's just weird to put it in Series 1. I don't like that trend of like putting these Series 1. It's just,
I feel like they're just taking the big signers that they have on the roster and then spattering them throughout products. I mean, we've seen it with baseball. They did the Brady's, and they did Elway. And I just feel like it's just, I don't know. It's cool until it's not, and it's kind of getting tired of this song.
I feel like it hurts the standalone products that those guys are in. Like Jaden Daniels being in Topps Chrome football is much less cool because they release autos every week for Topps now.
Oh wait! Speaking of guys,
oh no,
guys, I am thrilled to announce there's no Jaden Daniels Topps Now this week. Fell to ash. That's all I got. Let's ride.
Rookie QB loses to Jalen Hurts by 30 points. Is that the Topps Now reading?
Saquon Barkley wins the game on 13 carries.
Will Shipley gets 100 yards on 4 carries. Why didn't they do a card for Will Shipley, bro? I thought he played a great game.
Yeah, did they just pass on doing any Topps Now this week? They all done?
Yeah, no, it was legit though. It was 4 rushes for 77 yards. That's nasty. But yeah, I mean, 30-point beatdown. That's
yeah.
Isn't there no silver lining there for Topps to milk the Topps Now?
Yeah, no. Now next week when they release the Jaden Daniels swim trunks from his trip to Cabo, or as CJ Gardner Johnson says, Cancun you. Maybe they run it back. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
So be chilling, bro.
So we've talked a little bit about it. Topps Transcendent. We've already talked about it. It's a steep price point, but some really, really unique autos.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've just been seeing a lot more like advertisement for Transcendent versus what I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, they've been definitely tweeting it out a lot. I mean, they're tweeting out the cool signers, which this week alone was like Charles Darwin, Harry Houdini, Oppenheimer, Heath Ledger. But it's like, man, like it seems like a product that doesn't really apply to the masses like that. Could be wrong, but you guys ever rip a personal Transcendent? Anybody? It's only $9,000 a box.
That's
a different level of collector,
I was having this conversation.
Like, bro, if you got the money like that, like, why not? It's a cool rip.
I was having this conversation on Twitter, and I was like, there gets to a point. It's probably the $1,000 a box range, maybe even like $600 a box range. Where it comes a point where like that's not feasible. Like I could save up for a year and break $1,000 box. That's totally feasible. But for me, I can't do that. Yeah. I think that $1,000 boxes, just getting one for yourself, is crazy talk, right?
Yeah.
But
If I 15x my income, 20x my income, then it's probably what I'd be buying instead of a $200 light box of something.
Yeah.
So I get it. It's just not. It's definitely not for everybody.
Yeah, and I mean, like what's crazy is like some of the autos don't even sell for like $150 that you can pull out of there. So it's like you really got to hit one of these bangers. Either big rookie or like one of the crazy cut autos.
But like even a big rookie, like what's a big rookie out of Transcendent doing?
Yeah. It's a good question. Let's see what some Paul Skeens or Ellie are doing. Chorio.
Yeah, because I just don't. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean an orange auto of Ellie. Actually, that's an orange non-auto. Did 152.
Okay.
Doesn't look like there's any Ellie autos yet. It's one of those products where they'll probably trickle. A Paul Skeens rookie auto did 2,400. That's out of 5 on card.
Oh nah, bro, miss me.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's literally like the cut autos. But it's one of those products, man. I just don't think there's ever like a way to get your money back. Like there's not even a path. It's like diamond icons.
You said a box is 9,000?
Yeah, on eBay.
Yeah, so like think of like how sick this is, right? Because we split things like a bunch of different ways. We run a different types of breaks. We could run a serial break of that. Everyone gets a spot 1 to 100, or 1 to 99 actually, because you can't even do 100. And we're looking at not even including fees or profit or anything. It's $90 a spot.
Yeah,
it's insane. Might fill faster than Star Wars. Fight me, Gloms.
What's crazy is total in like, so if
don't talk shit about total.
A box is 9,000, right?
Yeah.
There are a total of 24 cut autos that have sold for over 9,000. Not just 2024. I'm talking about like 2020 through 2024. Yeah, that's just crazy. But again, like you're going for the big chase, like the Babe Ruth or Honus Wagner if he was in there, like Roberto Clemente did 16.7. The Babe Ruth is the highest at all time, 28,350.
So
George Washington's right on. George Washington's under Babe Ruth, which is so foul.
But even think about that. You buy a box, you hit the first president of the United States.
Yeah.
And you only triple your money.
Yeah, I know. Again, it's a different breed of collector,
For sure. Again, you
don't
change
care about resale as much. Clearly,
you change the math of income, and the is this worth it totally changes.
Yeah, it flips.
Again, I'd love to live in a world where I can just rip a box of that, like not blink. Like literally get one of those $150 autos, look my LCS owner in the face and say, let's run it back.
Yeah.
Like
you got any more?
Yeah. But that's
you got any of that Topps Chrome Update Sapphire?
It's just not the world we live in anymore.
Yeah, no.
Ooh, we got a little. This is kind of a deep end, friends. What do we got?
Oh man. All right. So earlier this week on X,
The platform
at
formerly known as Twitter.
1951. Yeah, at Bowman 1951 tweeted a post that somebody put on Facebook. It looks like about their addiction to breaking, and I'll just read it because it's pretty insane. But I want y'all to know there's definitely people out there like this. So it reads, I spent $244K in breaks in 2024. You'll never get 20% of your money, even if you're the luckiest human in the world. It was a problem. I haven't gotten in since I got that number. I'm fortunate that I make a ton of money. Kind of funny, not one person I was spending all that money on hit me up asking how my day was after I stopped getting in breaks. 98% of the relationships in the breaker/consumer community are transactional. Don't lie to yourself. They aren't your homie. Never had an issue with the casino or the book. I'm a junkie and I have been sober for almost 10 years, so I know it's there, but I had to see the data on paper to understand the magnitude of what was happening. It's okay to acknowledge a problem and it's okay to do something about it. Go play pickleball, it's cheaper. So I applaud this guy for like stopping and realizing he had a problem and like putting the pen to paper to figure out, because that's crazy. Facts. However, the part that he said about like, nobody hit him up. Like, let me be clear with you guys. And I talked about it actually on somebody's post about this. Breaking is a business, right? Breakers run a business. Businesses exist to make money. Okay. Now, it's a very unique business because there are relationships that are built between customer and breaker, especially as you get into the smaller breakers like us. But also, if you spend a ton of money on Amazon, do you expect Jeff Bezos to check in on you when you stop spending money there? I don't think that's a reasonable expectation, especially when if you spent that much money, you can go ahead and assume that he was spending it with one of the big box breakers. Blez, Leighton, somebody on Fanatics Live, maybe. So I don't really like that expectation. Although me personally, and I'm sure this is the same for you, Pop, like we would obviously check in on people and we have checked in on people and it doesn't matter if they spend money with us. And I'll be clear with you guys. Nobody's ever spent that much money in breaks with us. Not a single person, not even close. But it became this whole thing like on X about everybody's like, oh, breakers are just in it to make money and blah, 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 blah. Businesses or breakers are just a business and there's no community. And so my response to that is, yes, breakers are a business. Businesses exist to make money. Okay. We should want businesses to make money. All right. That's kind of how like our whole economy works. Also, they can have community. Like those things can exist side by side and not be the same thing. Right.
Well, so the example that I used on X, because I think it's probably the closest that you can get, is where you go and get your coffee. There's Starbucks or Dunkin', the big box. They're not even going to know you from the other 100 people that they're going to see in the next 2 hours. Whereas if you go to your local coffee shop, they're playing the music that you like. They're writing your name as you walk into the door.
They're playing Nickelback? That's awesome.
Look at this photograph. And then on top of that, they do community things. There's poetry nights. There's like the paint and wine nights. There's all of those little things that actually build community. And they're still a business. And I think like that it doesn't need to be mutually exclusive. But to your point, like know what you're paying for. If you go to a big box breaker,
I've seen it, dude. It's sick. I've seen a big box breaker get on camera and go, customer 387, here's your personal. Rip it open and just fly through these cards. Customer 387. Like insane. But
you'll get your cards and they'll be shipped correctly and safely. But yeah, I mean,
and that'll be that.
Experience is not there. And that's what separates smaller breakers, and most of the breakers on X are this way. And that's why I always tell people, I'm like, look, man, you guys are like bad mouthing breakers, but we actually have a group of phenomenal breakers on X. Like, no lie. I struggle to find one breaker on X that has that issue. You know what I mean? Like everybody has community. You know, like they care about their customers. I know that. We've been in most of their breaks by now, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like most of the big X breakers. And it's just like, bro, like you see all this talk on X about breakers on Fanatics Live and on whatnot and, Blez. But it's like, dude, you have right in front of you a group of great people that care about customers, that care about entertainment. And it's just like, you just look past them.
And to that guy's point, I think if he was breaking with a smaller outfit, he actually would have gotten DMs. I know we've had conversations with people being like, hey, like, let's cool it. Like, I don't want you to spend your entire paycheck tonight.
Yeah.
And like, it's not fun. We're a business. We want to make money. But also, like, that's part of our business is like we care about people. And like that's not nasty. I feel like sometimes like it gets in business, people are like, oh, well, they're nice because they want business. It's like, yes, but they could also just be nice too.
Yeah.
Like, do you want them to be mean? So like I don't understand, right? Like, I'm just trying to be a good dude. And in turn, that also gets business and more customers and people enjoy their time. But to me, that's part of what you pay for.
Sure. And I mean, for me, it's just like, dude, like I hate that there's this huge like stigma against breakers, and there has been for quite some time. Most people that collect hate breakers because they believe they, drive the price of wax, and we've talked about that extensively. But at the end of the day, man, like, a lot of breakers, most are collectors. They like doing it. Like, we got into breaking because we like collecting cards. We didn't get into breaking to make money. I mean, when we started breaking, what were we making? $50 a week?
Yeah. I mean, I'll be transparent. I got into breaking to make money, and about 3 weeks into it, I got like addicted to the hobby. And I went on my own spending spree, and I didn't make shit. Yeah. I lost money for years because like I was enjoying the hobby probably a little too much. But yeah, like we had some rough months in the time that we ran our business. And like, if we didn't enjoy it, if it wasn't fun, if it wasn't something that we were going to do, whether we were breaking or not, like, we probably would have hung it up.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, again, you see those stories, and if you guys have never joined our breaks and you're listening to this, just know it doesn't have to be that way. You can break somewhere where people know your name and DM you how you're doing. You don't have to spend money to talk to us. There's people in chat right now who haven't spent a red cent with us. They show up for the streams, they hang out, and we have relationships with them. It's just as simple as that.
We have people.
It doesn't have to be correlated.
We have people that we've met up with at National, or that have stayed with us at National for years. Haven't bought into a break since 2020.
Yep.
Because it's just not what it's about.
Facts.
But
what can you do? Into more lighthearted territory here. That was our deep end for the week. Thank you for indulging us, chat. My question of the day, my hobby question of the day to close out the show, Pop. What is your favorite rack story?
Ooh.
Random act of kindness.
Giving or receiving, pause.
That's crazy, bro. I'm gonna go with giving. I'm I'm gonna go. Your favorite rack that you've given story.
Okay. So this one's actually really recent.
Okay.
So, and you kind of know about it because we racked you. But I had a few people reaching out to
Kind of
me.
know about it.
I had a few people reaching out to me. We knew you were dealing with some stuff, and they wanted to do something. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. I was like, the way my life's set up, and I was trying to do more work because you were kind of out of pocket. I was like, I can't take the lead on this. So my dog, Steve Wetz, came through, took the lead on it, and we had no idea really what the plan was. At first, I was like, yo, let's buy Enzo Florida in a case that's not ours. Like, I don't, I'm not trying to buy our own stuff. I was like, let's buy, a spot from somebody else. Well, then we couldn't find that. So then we started looking at Mem. We had some geniuses dropping Bowman best autos to one of ones for $400 of players that aren't DJ Lagway.
Oh man.
And I was like, no. We gotta find something. Jeterson, you said it, not me.
I would have appreciated it either way. Just throwing that out there. But
so then I was like, nah, let's find something. So we started looking at Mem and stuff, and I stumbled across probably one of the sickest pieces of Mem ever, which is 34 of the Florida Gators from their national championship team. They signed a blow up canvas of a ticket from the championship game. Some notable autographs include
a couple.
Tim Tebow,
Yeah,
the Pouncey brothers, Percy Harvin,
Riley Cooper, Aaron Hernandez. It's just getting worse.
it's just about racist and with murder.
Yeah, no. It's lit, bro. Like when I saw it, I thought it was facsimile. Like that's why I messaged you. I'm like, bro, this ain't real. Ain't no way.
That's how I felt when I saw it. I was like, oh man, no, this is so gas.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I will post pictures of it. I want to get it properly hung up in the office. But yeah, thank you guys. That was might have been the second craziest rack I received. You know what the first one is.
Well, the first
All right,
one was
top.
it was only crazy because of what you pulled out of the box.
Yeah, exactly. So, but my favorite rack story, man, I gotta say it was probably, so you guys know M. Bowen cards. He's in our streams all the time, racking stuff, buying spots for people. And I mean, dude gave away like $100 and $150 card last week that he hit to somebody that collects that team. He's just that type of cat. So whenever I have the chance to catch Bowen slipping, it's awesome.
Such a rush.
It was last year, and he was literally deciding on buying a 1-of-1, I believe it was a printing plate auto, or a superfractor non-auto. And he decided to go with the superfractor. And I might be misremembering the exact details of this, but I ended up me and Pop ended up purchasing the other auto for him and got it sent over to him. And it caught him by complete surprise. And it was for his birthday, and it just made me smile because like it's hard to catch Bowen slipping.
No, to that point, because you brought up his birthday, this is how much of a virus Bowen is. He's gonna be happy I'm sharing this with you guys. His birthday stream in 2 weeks, he's gonna be on with us. He's already said he's giving away like hundreds of dollars of break spots. That's the type of dude he is. He wants to be here on stream and watch you guys hit fire. He's a nut job, but I love him.
Yeah, no, he's great. He might be loco.
He's our
you knew that though.
He's our nut job.
Yeah, that's crazy.
that's nuts. That is crazy. On that note, Enzo, what's oh yeah, you just did yours. All right, yeah, I got distracted.
No, we're good. You're good. We're lit.
Oh man. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to the Shake and Break Show. If you're watching this live, stay tuned. We're gonna chat it up for a minute. before we sign off for the night. Thank you guys again for hanging out with us, being a part of the show. It means the world. We love you. And until next week, No Flow Nation. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Boop, 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 boop.
Dude, I love the fact that we can just be edgy on our podcast. I love that.
Yeah.
It's really
Facts.
fantastic.
Facts.
I know Bob does too. He likes
Actually-
edgy Enzo.
I actually think it might be owed to Bob.
Yeah, I like to think Bob started it all. Really,
When he had us in the meat locker.
I feel like when we were talking about the conspiracy of the Skeens 101, he was proud of us.
Oh yeah, he actually
He's like, I really taught these guys right.
he actually put his tinfoil hat on.
Yeah, he was upset yours was a plastic hat.
He's like, Papillon, no tinfoil?
Yeah, we talked about this. You got it. It's got to be real aluminium.
Oh man. All right. So it doesn't look like we're gonna run anything tonight, but that's all right. We got a busy week ahead. Starting Thursday. Thursday, we are looking to run the Star Wars with 11 spots left, the hockey with 11 spots left, the No Huddle Divs with 7, the Marvel with 7, and potentially the Mosaic PYT if we get the ball rolling. That'll be Thursday. Friday, we're looking at Pokemon with me and Cowtown. That's going to be a good time.
Excited.
We will be doing a few giveaways during that stream, so recommend you tune in for that. It's gonna be a good time. And then Saturday, No Flow Night Show. We're gonna ride.
I'm ready to ride.
All right, y'all. Well, we appreciate you guys coming to hang out. If you guys want to keep hanging out, we'll be in voice chat in the Discord as always. And until Thursday night, No Flow Nation.
Why not us?